Good afternoon from NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, and welcome to today's mission status briefing as we take a look at Atlantis' flight to the International Space Station. Here to give us more details about the activities so far is the Lead Shuttle Flight Director for this mission, Mike Serafin. Go ahead, Mike.
Folks, thank you for tuning in today. Welcome to Flight Day 2 of the STS-129 mission. The crew of Atlantis and the ship itself is doing really well up to this point. The mission is proceeding as planned. At the time that I left the Mission Control Center just about 20-30 minutes ago, the crew was about an hour ahead of the timeline activities during the Flight Day 2 inspection of the reinforced carbon-carbon. And again, the mission is just going really well to this point. We're not working any significant issues. Up to this point, probably the biggest issue that we've had revolves around a video issue with getting high-def video to the ground. The crew has performed some troubleshooting on that, and we think that there was just a damaged cable that was replaced, and we'll be able to verify that, that we'll get good video down here shortly. Yesterday was a beautiful launch, and we've got a lot of imagery that was sent to the ground as part of the launch of Atlantis. The Monday afternoon out at the Kennedy Space Center, we couldn't have asked for much better weather. We do have some first-time video that if we could cue that up regarding the Window 4 minicam, which is one of the forward windows on the pilot side. We can show you some of that video, and I'll talk you through that. So here you see the Tyvek covers that cover the thrusters coming off at the low airspeed that they're designed to come off, followed by the roll program right off the launch pad. Shortly after that, there was a cloud deck, and you can just get a feeling of how fast the orbiter is accelerating through all that. And it just gave a great sense of what the very early part of the launch environment is like, and kind of how fast the space shuttle gets up and off the launch pad. The team is reviewing that imagery as well as all of our standard launch imagery from the ET umbilical, as well as the external tank handheld imagery and the wing leading edge sensor imagery. And we're standing by for that standard review process and expect to get results over the next couple of days. As far as today's activities have gone, the first half of the day is essentially complete. The crew woke up and did a rendezvous burn to make sure that we're on profile to catch up with the International Space Station tomorrow. And all of the inspection associated with the starboard wing leading edge, the nose cap, and the port wing is complete. And the crew is in the process of putting the boom away so that they can grapple onto the Express Logistics Carrier 1 at the end of today. And then that'll set us up for the installation of that on the space station tomorrow after docking. The spacesuits that are going to be used tomorrow or on Thursday, Flight Day 4, during EVA 1, checked out just fine today, and we aren't working any problems associated with them. For the remainder of today, the crew is going to deploy the docking mechanism into its docking configuration. That'll give us an opportunity to check that out prior to docking tomorrow, as well as activate and check out some of the rendezvous tools that the crew will use to pilot Atlantis to the space station tomorrow. They've got one more rendezvous burn prior to sleep, and again, that'll make sure that we're on trajectory for docking tomorrow. And hopefully by this time tomorrow, we come in and the crew of Atlantis will be docked to the International Space Station. The hatches will be open. Nicole Stott will be a returning shuttle crew member by that time, and the crew will be ready to install the Express Logistics Carrier number 1 onto the space station. The International Space Station is in fine shape, and they are ready to receive Atlantis tomorrow and aren't working any significant issues. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.